Hi, my love.
Hi, honey bunny.
I miss you so much.
I know, I miss you too.
So you got your teacup?
I do. Let me get it. Hold on.
Yeah, your teacup, my darling. So
Actually, I don't have a teacup. I thought it was in the thing, but it's not.
You thought what was in the thing?
I thought there was a teacup in the gift basket.
In the bag.
No,
Look at the bag of goodies, darling. It's like Halloween, right? It's like you're the kid in the candy shop.
Yeah, exactly. So you let me know.
Well, you know what? We're still going to spill some tea, even if you don't have a teacup.
I can talk. Yeah, I have the tea right here.
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, I'll bring it up.
Later.
And I'll just drink this before we start. Okay.
So when did you get the bag, the gift?
I got that a while ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Have you tried them?
I tried, I just have the tea and I had the natural bath salts and the Whispering Willow, which is my favorite.
Oh,
and,
good.
I have the yummy candle.
I'm talking about this stuff, like the eye cream from Sonage, which everybody needs. I put this on before I go filming for Housewives because God knows we have to look fresh next to our newest housewife, Leah, who's 37.
I know. I want to talk to you about her. I want to talk to you about, the Luster eye cream, right? With the overnight.
Yeah, but you can use it day and night. It's, that's what I love about the products. They're day and night done. You don't have to worry about what do I do in the morning? What do I do at night? Anyway, let's welcome everybody who's coming.
It's light, which I like because most eye creams, and I have to use this one, most eye creams are too heavy and they migrate into my eye. And like all day when I'm filming, I feel like my eye is getting redder and redder, like when you have suntan lotion in your eye.
Yes.
And this, because it's light, hasn't done that. So
right. No, it's great. It absorbs really well. Now, okay. So first of all, I want to say thank you for coming and being with me because I love you so much. I know you're very busy doing the new season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
I can't say, but yes, I'm here in LA, and
you're not supposed to say. Okay, well, this is
I'm busy.
Private.
And I'm just
private, an exclusive.
I'm using the soothing mist because guess what? I was just at the barn, and it's like 1,000 degrees here, and I had a riding lesson, as we do.
That's the best.
Call me Lisa Vanderpump.
And take it with you because.
No, that's what I was going to say. Wait. You keep this in the car or your dressing room or in your bag. And if you do something that's kind of like strenuous and you feel like you're like sweaty and gross, you do a couple spritzes and you feel like refreshed. It's like kind of like stopping to wash your face for the day. So
and if you can even take a Kleenex and like wipe it off and then spray again. You feel like you've been cleaned up, especially after riding. Did you say you were riding with Lisa Vanderpump?
No, I was saying I'm like, basically I was being a Lisa Vanderpump and I had a riding lesson this morning, darling.
Oh, darling.
And
we're spilling the tea with Carson. So we're spilling the tea. So
I want to ask you, I've been watching the season and the new girl who you were saying you're like trying to keep up with, and honey, don't worry, you're gorgeous, you're Luann improved. I don't know if it's the skincare or if it's just, you seem very like happy and at ease this season, and you just seem like you're in your element and not taking any shit, but also like very zenned out. What's going on?
Yeah, very kind of Baba cool. I'm feeling really good. I'm in a good place. I've been through a lot in the last couple of years, as you know, because we're very close. And you know what I've been through, and I just feel like I got through to the other side. I finally made it through, and I'm in a great place. Super excited when Sonage approached me. Now I know Sonage. I know the brand that's been around for 25 years, and
their
products. And so when they asked me to put together like a survival kit for my fans and my friends, I was like,
right.
I would love to do that. And, you know, I have my favorite products from them. I love the glycolic pads, but we're not here to talk about, I mean, we're talking about the products, but we're here to spill the tea. But those are my favorite. You know, the soothing spray and the souffle cream have always been my favorite. So I just took my favorite things, put them together for my friends.
I love it.
What I love about it is it's for you. It's for men, for women, for all the queens at RuPaul's Drag Race. They're going to love these things. So I hope you'll share with them because they're going to love it because God knows they've got a lot of makeup to deal with and take off and keep their skin good, right? So, so I think the most important thing is that people know that it can, you know, it's for men and for women, and it, you know, and it goes day to night. And with this whole kit, you have everything that you need, as people know because they've gotten the kit. So, thank you for doing that. And you're gonna, I mean, I love the products, so I hope you're gonna love the products too.
I've already tried them, and I do. And what I was going to say, and you cut me to the chase, was that I like that they are gender neutral. And as girly as I am, I don't always love like a heavily scented like rose like moisturizer because I want to get jiggy with the men's up in here.
That's
and
right.
Sometimes I don't want to have like a lady scent going on with my skincare.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but for me, I just like that it's kind of like not scented-ish. And then I like that many of the others have sage, lavender, and rosemary. They feel like very like earthy and natural. And I feel that's really important too, because I was reading on the bottle, it was like, skincare is like a health choice. Like your skin is your largest organ.
It's true. It's true. And, you know, and I think a lot of people know that, but, you know, being a nurse, it's, you know, part of my background too, is that we have to feed our skin like we, you know, feed ourselves and do it in a healthy way. And that's what I love about the products. They're all botanical, made with plants and, you know, and all the scents I carefully chose because I hate floral scents.
Right.
So I want them to smell like, you know, cucumber and sage and natural and beautiful. So you're looking good, Carson.
I love it. Well, like I said, I just got back from the barn. I've been enjoying like LA living. I mean, the good thing is that, and it looks like you're in Sag Harbor, are you?
I'm in the Hamptons. Yeah, I'm very happy, you know, to be here. And I mean, out of the city, but not very often.
Right. Same here. And I kind of came to LA, I don't know, like a month ago. So I've been trying to just do a lot of things outside. Like most things are still closed here. So I've been doing a lot of hiking and a lot of riding and a little bit of working. And just, you know, I think also the pandemic and being alone or sheltering in place, you think, oh, I'm not doing anything. I don't need to do self-care. And I found it's been really important, actually, that it's still a really stressful time. And even if you're not working, which is super stressful, it's still really important to get good sleep, to eat healthy, and to take care of yourself. So that's, I've been enjoying these. So thank you.
Sonage. I love that you keep spraying that mist. It's really the best. So
it's calming.
It's calming, right? I mean, if you said 6 months ago, Carson, you could not go out without a mask. You couldn't travel. You know, you can't see your friends. You would say you're crazy. I mean, so
I know.
We've been through a lot. And back to your point of self-care, you know, I think it's so important. That's when you have to like double down. Like I've been taking baths and cooking. I've been, you know, I planted a vegetable garden for God's sake. I mean, I've been really into it.
You are you're like a farmer now. I love it.
You know, I had a little area that I used to plant flowers in, and I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I might as well plant basil and cilantro and rosemary and sage. So it's more of an herb garden than it is. Well, I have tomatoes. What else do I have? I have tomatoes. I have arugula. You know, I have all these different things that I use all the time. So
if you have the herbs, you're good to go, and you can literally like just take a chicken breast or whatever and zhuzh it up with whatever fresh herbs. There's nothing better and super healthy.
Exactly. So anyway, so I've been, you know, taking baths and, you know, doing, you know, just taking care and, you know, doing yoga and, Anyway, I wanted to ask you
Yes.
what about this season of the Housewives?
Yes, I've been watching. I think it was the very first episode where Dorinda alleged that I broke her rib. So there was Tango Gate at the very start, and I was like, what? The lesson is don't dance with me because I'm terrible and you might get injured. So that happened.
I bet you were dancing at Bluestone Manor.
I was. We were on the patio. It sounds like, you know, a game of Clue. I was on the patio with Dorinda at Bluestone Manor. And our dancing, you know, maybe was not that good. And she took a tumble and I guess broke a rib. And it was so funny because in her confessional on the show, she's like, and Carson Kressley broke my rib. And I was like, what? I think it takes two to tango. So I'm going to leave it there.
Tango. Of course it takes two.
And I was really intrigued with your new castmate. And you had such a fun conversation when she was just like, yeah, I got arrested. And you're like, so did I. That was a funny moment. It really set up, I think, a great friendship between the two of you. You two seem like you have the best rapport of everybody with her.
Yeah, you know what? You know how, talking about skin, for me, it's like a skin thing. It's like, it's a kind of a chemical, you know, like
right.
You like perfumes, like you like scents, like you like people. I'm really
it's chemistry.
Like it's chemistry, and I just hit it off with her right away. I liked her from the get-go, and you know, and she's really made a great addition to the cast. I mean, I think what people like about Leah is that she is relatable. She's a mom. She's a tough New Yorker who has made her own life. She is vulnerable at the same time. You know, she'll go in and talk about her issues with her family. And I think people really relate to that. And I think that's what people really like about her. And, you know, and of course, you know, she's a little crazy, like, you know.
She's a little cuckoo. Yeah, she has her moments. But that's what makes for good shows and good TV. And she just seems very like honest and just like, you know, what you see is what you get. And I think that's always refreshing.
Yeah, 100%. So have you been watching Beverly Hills too?
I have, yeah, I have in bits and pieces. And it's so weird because people are always like, oh, you know Luann and you know Dorinda. It's like, yeah, I just know them, not even from the show. I just know you from like New York, and we flew together on a plane and became friends. And then watching the show was just like icing on the cake because I do know you all. So Beverly Hills, I know Kyle because I did The Apprentice with her ages ago.
Oh my God.
And we bonded. And and I know Denise a little bit, you know, just, you know, from doing events. And I think she did Dancing with the Stars, which I did, not the same season, but we've been in the same circles. And she seems absolutely lovely. And I know Dorit because her husband, PK, manages Boy George. I did The Apprentice with Boy George. So there's a lot of 6 degrees of separation. So
and Lisa, are you friendly with Lisa?
With Lisa Vanderpump?
Lisa Rinna.
Oh, Lisa Rinna. Yes, I am. She does a lot of work with Project Angel Food, which is an amazing charity here that started out feeding people living with HIV and AIDS. And now they've expanded their services. So they do a big gala every year, and she's almost always there. And I think I saw her there last year. And Harry Hamlin was using the urinal next to me, and I was like a little bit starstruck, but trying not to look, like be casual. And then I came out, I was like, I was just in the bathroom with your husband, Lisa, and she's like, join the club. So she's very fun and funny, and I love her. Yeah,
she's a lot of fun. She was in my music video for Feeling Giovanni.
And I just, by the way, good segue, I just saw the new video for Viva La Diva.
Oh, do you like it?
Yeah, I love that I love the production on it too. Because it's like a disco anthem. Like I love that it sounds like it could be from like Yvonne Elliman or Evelyn Champagne King. Like it's a very empowered, like bad bitch anthem. So I enjoyed it.
Thank you, honey. It's like an homage to New York, you know, and I filmed that with two people basically with an iPhone and, you know, in New York and got 54 Below, which is where I got my cabaret start.
Right.
So it's really an homage to, you know, to New York and to the diva that, you know, we all have to bring out in times like this, which is, you know, strength and courage and, you know, no matter what happens, you know, being in, you know, in the driver's seat and
right.
And picking yourself up and just, you know, pivoting, as they say these days, right? That's
right.
The new word, pivoting.
Which you've done so well for your entire career, I think.
Thank you, honey. And did you see the episode where I was with the ladies of Fortune Society and I brought them to spa day? And you know, the Fortune Society.
No,
it helps people. Well, I got involved with Fortune Society, which of course part of the proceeds of my kit today are going to them. So thank you everybody who purchased a kit. I love you guys for that. Fortune Society is for women who have been incarcerated, for men and women, really.
Right.
And get out after being in jail for I don't know how long. You know, it varies. Of course, they can't get a job. They can't get a place to live. And
right.
So society advocates for them and helps them get back on their feet. So
amazing.
When this thing happened to me, I said, you know, this can't happen to me and I can't do something to help other people. And so I started working with them and I'm just blown away by their society that they have and the people that take care of, you know, of these people that, you know, come out so broken and they
right.
help build their lives back. So, you know, they build people and not prisons, which is that's a whole nother issue in this country.
Right.
But anyway, so yeah, so part of the proceeds today is for that. So thank you.
Amazing.
For that.
Yay.
So tell me about the new Queer Eye cast. I have to ask you about that. Are you friendly with those guys?
Oh, yeah, I am. And there's certain ones that we overlap more. So Tan, who is like my counterpart, Tan France.
Yes.
He had a book come out last year called Naturally Tan. And we did a big launch at the Beverly Center. It was part of Gay Pride here in LA. And I hosted that book talk. So we've had more interaction than some of the others because we're in the same, you know, he's my successor. And
right.
Yeah. So we do the same thing. And then Bobby, because I do a bunch of interior design, either television shows like Get a Room on Bravo or like furniture collections, we see each other at places like, you know, big design shows. And he's lovely and funny. And then we got to see all of them. And I think it was the first time maybe when all of us were together, we did a Family Feud.
I was just gonna say, I saw you guys. I saw that. I was so glad I caught it.
It was super fun. And didn't Andy do one? Was it just with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because they were out here?
You know, I've been talking about that for ages. I'm like, you know, because I used to go on Steve Harvey's show a lot, as did you.
Right. Yeah.
And I always said to Steve Harvey, I said, you know, you should do a mix mash crossover of all the Housewives franchises. Totally. That was so much fun. The Housewives going to battle on Family Feud. And so I was blown away when I saw you on that. You were so great, by the way. I wanted to tell you that.
Oh gosh, stop, Lou.
No, really, it was fun. I had such a good time watching you guys.
It's a fun show. So that was fun that we got to all be together as a group. And they're so young and so sassy. And what I think is so great about that show in particular is that we did our show in New York City, which we did it in 2003, 4, and 5. So it was another era. Like there was no gay marriage, and there were still places where like gay people couldn't adopt, and there was a lot of legal discrimination going on. And the world has changed so much for the better, but these guys are still like taking the message and they're
running with it.
Their pride and being themselves and introducing people to gay people, but in really rural places like Missouri and rural Georgia. So I'm very proud of what they've been doing in taking that brand forward. And it's a huge hit. And I know they're nominated for a bunch of Emmys against us on Drag Race.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
So,
congrats on your Emmy, by the way.
Thanks. We have 13 nominations this year, and hopefully,
Awesome.
I think it would be Rue's 5th Emmy as host this year. Hope fun, fingers crossed. And it's just been such a fun show to be a part of, and a really positive show that I think spotlights that you can be different and march to your own drum, and there's a place for you, and you can actually be celebrated for it. So
Viva la diva, baby.
exactly. When I saw the video, I was like, wait a minute, this needs to be a lip sync for your life. Like,
yes.
Because it's very drag appropriate.
Don't you think? I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
Please tell Rue. The last time I saw Rue, I was I danced with him. I think I told you this, at a Halloween party in New York, and it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, was it Halloween or something?
Yeah, it was. We had such a blast. He's so much fun. I mean, we had the best time. Really, the best time. Well,
he's the greatest. You know, you love a good peep, and he's a good peep. So
yeah, he is good peep.
Not surprised you hit it off. So yeah, and then I want to go back to Real Housewives. The last episode I saw, you were all in Tulum, I think, or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, Mexico.
And you didn't jump into the cenote, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you? I'm trying to remember.
First.
Who didn't? Leah and
no, Sonia and Ramona didn't go.
Sonia and Ramona. I was like, what? You've got to all take the plunge.
I know. And then, of course, there was camel riding. I got back on the camel after being.
I know, which is so scary. People have no idea. As a rider, I've seen like camel races at like different like events and horse shows. It can actually be super dangerous. Like there's no really way to control a camel.
No, because, and they're very high off of the ground. I mean,
you're like 14 feet in the air. So I was like, no, don't do it. Oh, and way to go on finding the hot single beach walkers.
I mean, those were not gay men shorts. Don't you agree?
Oh, no, I could spot that a mile away when they go down to the knee. That's,
Well, and they were like brown and like charcoal color. I'm like, no, definitely not. Those guys, they're straight boys.
Yeah, and they were French Canadians, right?
They were French Canadian. It was like a mirage, darling. I mean, I was like, is this for real? Like,
no.
I mean, how rare? And there was like, we were like so secluded in the secluded, they always have this fabulous house for us. And it was so secluded and there was nobody.
Right.
And so then all of a sudden these guys are walking down the beach. And I was like, okay, I am not letting this opportunity pass us by.
No, I was like, Lou is thirsty and she's going to throw a net over these guys. And I was very impressed by your gracious but direct approach.
Wingman. I'm a good wingman.
Yeah. And then they came to dinner, I saw.
They came for dinner, and Sonia and I were standing over watching Leah with the hotter one. I thought there was one that was hotter than the other.
Absolutely. You're so right.
I was so happy. And I knew, for me, it was like, I actually did it because I really wanted Leah to have a good time,
Right.
And I wasn't, I was like totally rooting for her. I was like, I didn't care. At the time I was dating somebody in any case. So I was like, not into the guys, but I was so happy to see she was having a good time because she really wanted to, kind of get wild and have fun. And so she did.
Get down.
She was sitting on his lap. I was like, yes, my job is done here. Yes.
I know. You're such a giver, Lou. Thank you for all of your humanitarian work.
Oh, and you too, Carson. I love you. And so what else did I want to talk to you about? Okay, we have so many.
Let's go back to Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Those are my kind of go-to. I dabble in some Potomac. I dabble in a little Dallas. I love Cameron Westcott. But Beverly Hills and New York are my deal. And Beverly Hills. Oh, and I also know Garcelle. I did a show with her for like 3 months. So we're very close. And
you look fabulous.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know. Is Garcelle too nice to be a Real Housewife? And you're nice too, but that's a tough crowd, especially Beverly Hills and like Lisa and everybody. They kind of scare me. And but she's really been holding her own, and she's been a talk show host, so she's really great to ask the uncomfortable question. She'll just like put it right out there. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, girl. So with the whole, Denise thing and the trip to Rome.
What do you think about that? I mean, I thought, you know, listen, in the age that we're living in, it's like, and so what? You slept with
That's what
Brody.
I thought.
Just
Why is it a
own
big
it.
deal?
Right? What's the big deal at this point? It's like they all know. Just own it and say, oh yeah, and guess what? She was a terrible lover.
Right. Now, I'm not sure if yeah. And I didn't know also, like, why is everyone just believing Brandy and not letting Denise talk and tell her side? I was like, you guys are friends with Denise, not necessarily with Brandy. So that seemed strange to me.
Well, I think it was the look of kind of like guilt and like I got caught with my pants
right
on her face, that, you know, when somebody is avoiding the truth and kind of, you know, you think, oh, come on now, girl. I mean, you know, let's be girlfriends. And I think that's what did her in, is that she didn't own it. And I don't think she was totally honest about it. And I think that was the problem. And then she did the bravo, 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 bravo thing, which does not work anymore.
Right. Yeah, that really changed everything. And now they're starting to show, like, I know the reality TV gig just like you do. And, you know, when you go to talk to a producer or producers on camera, you know, that kind of never makes it in the show. That's like, you know, breaking the fourth wall, and it's just never done. But this was so juicy. They were just like, oh my gosh, we're just going to show you talking to the producer trying to leave. So it really like changed the genre too.
It's true. They, you know, now, you know, for example, we started off the season talking about how Bethany wasn't coming back. Right. So that was totally fourth wall broken down there. And then the Ramona at her party trying to shut it down because Leah was being disrespectful because, of course, her skirt came up too high. But let's forget about Sonja, who's dancing on a glass table and breaking apart the joint. I mean, did you see that scene or no?
I did. And I always think Ramona needs to chill out, you know?
Well, she was embarrassed in front of her 50 girlfriends. And I cracked up when they started doing ching, 29, ching, 30.
Right, right. Now, with Leah, and I wanted to know this too, like, you had never met her before, right?
I've never seen her in my life, never.
So that was really real, like you were just that first night, you were just like, here's the new girl, and you're going to have to work together.
Yeah, well, no, and I totally connected to her, so it was like really easy for me, you know, it was, you know, some people you have to make an effort to have a conversation. And
right.
With Leah, like our relationship, you know, we could talk all day, and Leah,
right.
way about her, you know what I mean?
Right. Now, I didn't understand in Beverly Hills, why did they go to Buca di Beppo? Was that like some kind of like, does somebody own a Buca di Beppo for like, they had the, was it like a baby shower or something? I just saw a comment about it.
Oh, I missed that. You saw, so we're going to take some questions, Carson. I don't know.
Oh yeah, let's do. I would love to.
Some questions? We've got my niece.
Hi, Ryan Bailey.
Nicole. Remember Nicole?
Hi.
Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I just want to say that Nicole is into packaging and product design, and she helped us with the packaging and everything. So I want to give a creative direction. Okay, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Creative direction. So yeah, so this is like a family thing.
I love the pink and white though. This is very like Saint-Tropez to me, and it's very you.
Thank you, sweetheart. It's very, you know, it's very Sonage. You know, like I said, I love the brand and I have for years. So let's take some questions. Fan questions.
Carson, there's one here from you. So Chanel Amari from New York. So it's two-part question. If Carson was a housewife, who would he be and why? And then Lou, back to you. If Luann was part of the Queer Eye for a straight guy cast, who would she be and why?
Oh, okay. I know the answer to this. I feel like I would be Sonia Morgan because I like to get drunk a lot and I like to be kind of goofy and I like to design clothes. So I feel like we're the same person. And don't you think so, Lou?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sonia, you know, it's people always ask me if I were to get stuck with somebody on a deserted island, it would definitely be Sonia, because we would get loopy on rum and we'd have a good time. Even though we were stranded, we'd have lots of fun. And you know, and Sonia has a deep history, and I feel like that about you too. You know, we know a lot of the same people, you know, traveled the world, and I feel like we have the most in common, you know what I mean? So I'd have to be Carson Kressley on Queer Eye for sure.
Oh my gosh, okay, yeah, you would be.
Of course, and I know Tom, and you know, I know all the guys, but definitely I gravitate too.
Plus, you really know a lot about fashion, and I know that you had modeled and spent a lot of time in Milan and did that when you were just starting out.
Yes.
But you, one thing I love about you, you consistently know how to dress. Like, you know your body. You always look chic as F.
And, well, coming from you, Carson, that's a big compliment. And listen, we haven't seen each other in ages, right? So since
I know.
the pandemic started. So, but you've been seeing my fashion on the show. So thank you for that.
I have. And your skin looks great. You just really, you always present really beautifully. So I'll take that as a compliment that you would be the me and I would be the you and all that.
100%. Okay, what was the second part? Okay. Oh, that was the second part.
So
okay. Thanks, Chanel.
Next question is, this is a big question from a lot of people, but Steve Krugel from WeHo, Faces of by Bravo, asks, how does Ramona feel about Lou's venture into skincare? Has she congratulated you?
I sent Ramona the gift basket that you got from Sonage.
Right.
Do you think she even thanked me?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't. She's so grumpy and busy being Ramona that I could see how it would just slip her mind.
I said, Ramona, did you get the packet? Did you get your gift for me? She says, oh, I don't think so. And of course, I know when everything's been delivered already.
Right.
And so I knew she was like, this is at the reunion, which the first reunion to be shot in person.
For real.
Boom.
I know. I saw her throwing shade that you and Sonia were an hour late. So I was like, oh my God, Ramona, stop.
And she's the producer now too, right? To tell us that we're running late.
Yeah. I mean, you might have been like staggered. Like they may have had some people come in at a certain time. So anyway, I was just like, okay, Ramona, thank you, next.
So the only person, so I sent it to all the girls, of course, because I wanted to share my beautiful survival kit with them, and I sent it to everybody, and the only person that thanked me was Sonia.
I'm sure.
And Leah.
Right.
And you know the rest.
Right. Yeah. And I know you get busy and stuff, but I'm not surprised that Sonia thanked you, and I'm sure she loves it.
Yes. Sonia loves anything that's free.
Right. I like a nice free product as well. I haven't yet burned the candle.
You better, well, you're going to burn that candle on both ends. We know that.
And I haven't had the Whispering Willow bath salts.
Oh, yes. Can't wait for you to have that. Okay. What are we doing next?
Very nice. More questions.
There's a lot of tea in this one. So
a lot of tea.
Ryan Bailey from LA asks, huge fan, Luann. What was your reaction to Dorinda leaving the show? And can you speak a little about why you think she was having such a hard time listening to you this season?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, what's the scoop on that? Is that for reals? I saw like a headline and stuff, and I haven't talked to her in I sent her a message like a couple days ago. But what's going on with that?
Well, first of all, my phone is blowing up about it. And she was on the fence. I have to say, she's had a rough year. I think that, with her house, being flooded and her finding, basically her ex-husband, her husband that died, not ex-husband, because she's a widow, finding all of these things floating on the basement freaked her out. And she broke up with John. She broke up with John, and I think it was just all too much. And I think she's just decided to take a break. There was a lot of drinking going on, and listen, we all drink on the show, so I'm not pointing any fingers, and I wouldn't do that. So it was kind of, I think, a decision that she had been thinking about, and I think it's a good thing for her to take a year off and just chill out.
Right.
The door is always open for her because we love Dorinda. So we'll see what happens. I just feel like she just couldn't hear what we were saying. I mean, and it was coming from me. It was coming from Ramona. It was coming from, a lot of us who were trying to get through to her, and she just didn't see, that it was an issue, this anger thing. And, when she, when we had parties and things, she was getting a little angry, it turned out. And I just, I wish her only the best because I love Dorinda, and I want her to take this time to really just regroup and get healthy and just, make her own manner perfect for when she comes back.
Amazing. Yeah.
Whose question was that?
That was Ryan Bailey from LA.
Thank you, Ryan Bailey. And who was the question before that?
That was Chanel Omari from New York.
Yeah.
And then we had Steve Krugel from WeHo, Face of
Steve
Bravo.
Krugel. Okay. Thank you, Steve. I just want everybody to shout out to everybody that's here.
Yeah.
So we do have a little Marcy from Austin question.
Hi, Marcy.
Oh, hi, Marcy.
How was the reunion?
Oh, boy.
You posted a picture of Andy at the reunion. You look so happy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was happy because there was a lot of housewives there, and he took a picture with me and posted it.
Right.
That was nice. He was here the other day with Ben, who is so cute. He stopped by.
Oh my God. Precious. I saw beach pictures and I was just like,
yeah, he's so cute.
They're adorable.
He's so cute. So anyway, it was really cool that we were the first franchise to go in person for the reunion.
Was it at Ohika Manor?
It was at Ohika Manor, which was amazing.
Yeah, I've never been there. I want to go, but
gorgeous.
What a great place. Yeah, super opulent, right?
The setting was gorgeous. It was opulent. It was fabulous. And we, they decked out the studio and they had us in these big velvet chairs, 6 feet apart, of course. And all the crew had, masks and everybody was, totally social distance. And I must say that, for a Housewives reunion, I think it's not a bad idea that we were 6 feet apart.
Right. Yeah. Nobody could get up and get in anybody's face.
Exactly. So, and Ramona loves to get up and move around, and they're like, sit down, Ramona. They had to keep on telling her to sit her ass down in the chair because,
Right. That should be her theme song, though. Take a seat. Okay, next.
Well, Ramona's, theme song is Turtle Time, as you know.
Right.
So was that the whole question?
Yep, that was the whole question.
Yeah, that was,
We have an international
the reunion, there's a lot of drama, of course. There's always a lot of redemption because I feel like, you go through the whole season and, you don't see what the other women are saying in those interviews. So we see for the first time, like you guys see the show.
Right.
You see what they're saying and it's like, oh my God. So the reunion is a chance to set the record straight. It's a chance to tell people how you really feel. It's a chance to see, what actually did play out sometimes, which sometimes you don't get to see or you don't understand about a scene. So I love the reunion for that because it is really the chance for redemption and to set the record straight and of course to to say sometimes you'd say I'm sorry and yeah. So it's a great reunion. There'll be 3 parts.
Wow.
And, yeah, and it's
3 hour long parts.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I have a question too.
By the way, we filmed from 9 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. It's a very long day. So.
Wow. And I'm sure they kind of like that it's a long day. Were you misting? Hold on, I need to mist.
I was misting. Mine's not working. I was misting. I was putting eye cream on, I was popping Tylenol. I mean,
this is good too because you can do this. I've learned on set that you can put this mist over your makeup too, and it still makes you feel better.
Well, and it also sets makeup a little bit because it.
Right.
Yeah, and it smells really good too, right?
It has a refreshing herbal, that's kind of like a little aromatherapy pick me up. So I like that. Okay, enough about me and your mist.
All right.
I have a question.
Oh, you do?
As a fan and viewer, your testimonials, which are peppered throughout the show, your OTFs where you're looking at camera saying, I can't believe, Ramona did this or that or whatever. You had to film some of those at home by yourselves towards the end of the season, correct?
Yes.
As you can see. Yeah, and I was noticing some people have better looking spaces than others, and I was clocking Ramona's decor and I was raising an eyebrow. I can't raise them that much because my forehead is dead, but I was concerned. And there was one where Leah had funny gloves on. Was that because she couldn't get her nails done? What was that? She looked so peculiar.
No, it was very funny because she looked I don't know, it was kind of like a froggy thing. You know what I mean? It was like the color of a frog too.
Or like a backup dancer.
She had one time she had like a sweatshirt and then she had on this frog thing because she's a pretty snappy dresser.
I know.
And I love Leah because she's hot and sexy and, you know.
Totally. But I was just like, do I have to come over there?
And Ramona's testimony, there was one where she was in front of her microwave and she had the worst flower arrangement next to it. Did you see that one?
No, but all of her flower arrangements in her house were bad. I hate to say it, but it was not looking good. There was like 2 big things by her fireplace and then like an orchid, and it was just not great.
And then you'll see soon after, they must have been like, this does not work for us. You need to like up your game with, you know, the backdrop. And
they zhuzhed it up. Yeah, backdrop is so important.
What happened was they literally sent us a box with step-by-step instructions that you couldn't fail, right? I had my daughter who helped me. Obviously, you know, some people are better at that stuff certainly than I am.
Right.
But then we, you know, later on, they get better because they actually sent one person in a mask, you know, who had a COVID test to help us. Because let me tell you, one person, I spent 2 hours in makeup, 3 hours filming, painstaking filming.
Right. Yes.
What happened in scenes, etc. I go to shut it off.
It wasn't running. It's my biggest fear. Like, when there's nobody there to say if it's working. Yeah, that's so sad.
Hours down the tubes. I couldn't believe it. I was like freaking out. And
awful.
So it was awful. Anyway, thank God we could do it then next day because they really needed it because they literally are editing the last episodes, you know, on the fly because of what's happened. You know, and so much, you know, chaos in the world and in production that, you know, they literally were, you know, getting sound bites and then putting them into the show that was coming after. So they had to have them done. And so it was pretty crazy. I'm just looking at Nicole for more questions. We
have an international question.
Oh.
Cece from the Netherlands, who sounds very chic. I think that's cool. If you could go on vacation with 5 Bravo celebrities that are not part of your cast, who would you choose?
It's not now. I know. Cece, thank you, Cece. Hi in the Netherlands. Other Bravo talent. I think I like one of those guys from Southern Charm. I just can't remember his name.
Oh, is it Shep?
He's cute.
Yeah, it's
the darker guy.
No, there's 2 that are cute. Shep. He's like my age. He's like in his 40s. Early 40s.
Ravenel, Thomas Ravenel, maybe.
It's Shep. He was at BravoCon. We met at BravoCon and we had a
okay.
So I would definitely go with him. I would go with oh my God, one of the boys from Queer Eye. You're his mentor now.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I'm blanking on his name.
Tan.
Yeah, because you know we got to look good, so we got to take Tan with us. I'm just trying to think who else.
Oh, you know who you should take?
Oh, is he? That shows up. Oh, it's on Bravo, of course.
No, it's the new one's on Netflix, but we're just gonna. How about Pat Altschul from Southern Charm? She's so fabulous. Are you friends? You should be friends.
No, I haven't met her.
Oh my God, you would love her. When this is over, we're gonna do a polo bar dinner. Me, you, and Pat, because she's fabulous.
Okay, I would love that. Patricia. Who should we take? I'm talking.
Do you watch Below Deck?
I'll take maybe should we take the captain?
Captain Sandy. I feel like she could get you out of trouble.
I met Captain Sandy. I met both of them actually. I met a lot of Bravo celebrities at BravoCon. Sticking out as Southern Charm. Below Deck, I didn't think about that, but let's go on a yacht. We got
exactly. I'm trying to think of somebody really hot on a Bravo show, like smoking hot.
Right. And well, that's the Southern Charm guy sticks out to me.
Right.
About him, obviously. Who else was at BravoCon? And of course, you know, I'd have to take Lisa Rinna because we're gonna have a dance party.
Right. Yeah, she's pretty amazing. That's a great choice.
Instagram and her dancing, she cracks me up.
Or you could take Sonia.
I could take Sonia. Okay, we got 5.
Yeah.
We've got 5. Because I'm having a hard time of thinking of other ones that I would like to take. What other Bravo shows do you like to watch, Nicole? Because, you know, God knows, you know, I'm working a lot on the show, so I don't watch a lot of, you know, I'll watch Beverly Hills. I'll
right.
because I love Cynthia Bailey.
Right. Yeah, I go in phases where I catch up a lot on certain Bravo shows, and I've just gotten into Below Deck because it's gotten really steamy. And there's hot guys on Below Deck, and they oftentimes have their shirts off. Yeah.
That's nice.
Check it out.
Yeah. Well, they promised Captain Sandy. Oh, I have to get a hold of him because I'd like to get a boat that can take us from Sag Harbor somewhere. Right?
Sandy's a woman.
No.
Yeah.
Captain, what's his name? The captain. Who's the captain on
Oh,
that?
the other guy, the gray-haired guy with the beard.
I want him to be the captain of the yacht.
I don't know, but you could go from Sag Harbor to that other Gurney's place that's like in Connecticut or something.
Okay. What Gurney's in Connecticut?
There's like another Gurney's resort that's like somewhere off the coast of Connecticut, and they take people on their own boat from there to like Dury's lobster thing.
Oh, Dury's. Yeah, I love that.
But there's a couple Gurney's properties. Look it up, and you can go on a boat from one to the other, and it's kind of fun.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up because I'm right here. So
one final question.
One final question. We're gonna take one final question.
Okay.
Allie Evans from Providence. What has been your most favorite and least favorite part of being on Housewives?
Oh my God, I've had so many amazing moments on the show. I mean, from singing with Natalie Cole, who's now not with us anymore. I mean, that was an major time for me. And dating Jacques, who I adore and who actually called me today. So yes, my friends, I'm still in touch with Jacques. Everybody's always asking about Jacques.
So hot.
I know, he's such a love. I adore him, and he's like family to me now. So I mean, I've had so many great moments, all the music that I get to do, from Money Can't Buy You Glass to Chic, C'est la vie, c'est bon, c'est bon.
And the cabaret shows have been so fun for you.
I mean, and my cabaret career, which is, I mean, can you imagine? And I love, I love that the fans have been so supportive and coming to my shows. Chanel, that I know is out there, has been to many of my shows. And I love that because I feel like people are really connected, and they really have seen me go from so many places in my life, from the first marriage through the second marriage.
Right. How long has the show been on? Like 12 years? 12
years. Yeah. And, season 13 is coming, coming soon. I mean, we're filming soon. So, there's so many great moments. And, the hard part is people that love to judge you when they don't really know your whole story. And, that's why I'm working on a book, because I want people to know my story, what happened to me that famous night, how I got in, from, America to Europe in the first place. And, it's been such a journey, and I feel like people don't know that part of my life. So, So, and what I hate is people judging, and, the press, of course, who can spin any story that they want. And, as much as you have a thick skin, because you have to work, because it is a job. People ask me all the time, how can you hang out with Ramona? I'm like, I get paid to hang out with Ramona.
Right.
So those kind of things where, people, just, have, nasty comments behind their computers, and that part I don't like, and negative negativity, because all we try to do is, we try to do a good show. We try to be real, and we try to be ourselves, and we're doing the best we can as women. And so, and that's what I love about, what I'm doing now with my music, Viva La Diva and Sonage. It's about looking great, feeling good about yourself, and not apologizing for who you are. And that's that's what Viva La Diva is all about, baby. And you know it better than anybody else, because you're my favorite diva.
Being Lou and improved.
I mean, I know that's that really resonated with people. Lou and improved. So
I love it.
Right. So when am I going to see you in real life?
I come back to New York in October, and I have an outdoor terrace, as you know, so I can do a little dinner outside for us. And we need to catch up.
Yeah, that would be great. I've never been to your place out there, and you're in Pennsylvania,
right? Oh yeah, you could come to the farm if you want. I was talking about my terrace in New York.
Oh no, you were talking about your terrace in New York.
Right. Yeah, we can do a little dinner there. So we'll figure one out.
I've had dinner before, and the last time I was at your house for dinner, you had that very cute Latin lover.
Oh, yes. Yes. I always try to have a very cute Latin lover. I was like, which one is she talking about?
I'll never forget that one. Wow.
Yeah, no, I always have a good Latin lover. They're my fave.
Well, listen, Mila, I can't wait to see you. It's been so much fun. Spillin the tea, and a lot more tea to come.
Yeah, likewise. Stay safe. I love and adore you, and I'll see you in the fall.
I will see you very soon. And thank you, everybody, for coming and joining us for Spillin the Tea with Carson and Lou. And thank you for getting the skincare and supporting Fortune Society. And I would love to hear your comments about the products. I hope that you like them as much as I do. Mwah. Love you guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. Love you, Carson.